Okay, the next part, we'll discuss about renewable energy. Just discuss this briefly. And renewable energy, we'll know that renewable energy, yun yung energy na madaling ma-replenish compared to fossil fuel na hindi siya nare-replenish. Okay, renewable energy includes geothermal, wind, solar, hydropower, ocean, hydrogen energy, and nuclear energy. Let's have short discussion for each type of energy. Okay, ito yung energy potential. Kung makita natin ang pinakamataas na energy potential ng Pilipinas is ocean dahil napakalawak ng ocean natin at we are in an archipelagic country. Yung promising yung energy potential niya which is about 170,000 megawatts. Followed by wind resource dahil nasa Asia Pacific tayo, greater than 76,600 megawatts yung estimated power na pwede nating ma-generate. The next is hydropower, which is 10,000 megawatts, greater than 10,000 megawatts. Then geothermal is greater than 4,000 megawatts. And the average energy that we can produce from solar energy is greater than 5 kilowatt hour per square meter per day. Okay, geothermal energy, yun yung energy na po-produce. The energy that is produced from geothermal is electrical and thermal energy, wherein to produce electricity, yung steam is generated in turbines. Individual power plants, ito yung range ng individual power plants, 100 kilowatts to 100 megawatts. Dahil nasa Pacific Ring of Fire tayo, mataas ang potential for geothermal power. And here are the top 3 geothermal power plant in the Philippines. The largest is in Leyte geothermal power production field. Next is Makiling Banahaw geothermal power plant, and then in Tiwi geothermal power plant. An example of power plant, Makiling Banahaw geothermal power plant in Laguna. Solar energy, the solar energy we can both generate heat and electricity. Ayan, through photovoltaics, makakaproduce tayo ng electricity. Solar cells that convert sunlight into DC electricity. So direct current, yung napoproduce nating electricity from the sunlight, and then para makonect sa grid, gumagamit tayo ng alternator, or it can also be stored in batteries. Yan, solar cell ang ginagamit in a PV module. Solar energy, gumagamit tayo. So the solar heat we use in solar thermal collector. Yun yung disk kung saan yung heat nakakoncentrate sa gitna. And then nandun nakakonect dun yung pipe. Nandun yung pipe sa gitna to heat water to produce steam. Also, heat is used traditionally used for drying like crops and grains. Largest solar power plant in the Philippines, Cadiz Solar Power Plant in Negros Occidental. Actually, ongoing pa to hanggang ngayon. And then, yung largest na nag-ooperate na ngayon is Solar Philippines in Calatagan, Batangas. And then, City Core Power Incorporated Toledo Power Plant. Toledo Power Plant in Cebu. And then, meron din ako nakita, I don't know kung anong power plant yun. Sa NLEX, may malaki din dun solar power plant. Yan, Cadiz solar power plant example. The disadvantage lang ng solar power plant is nagko-compete siya sa agriculture. Instead na rice field dapat yan, convert into solar power plant. Yan, next is the wind energy. We use wind, the kinetic energy, transform into mechanical energy. And then, to the turbine, nag-generate ng electricity. Philippines, dahil nasa Asia Pacific tayo, mataas ang potential for wind energy. And sabi ng pag-asa, sabi ng data ng pag-asa that 31 watts per square meter yung average power density ng dito sa Pilipinas. Largest wind power plants ay matatagpuan sa yung top 2 ay sa Ilocos Norte, the Burgos Wind Farm, and Caparis Pishan Wind Farm. And then we have the third largest wind farm is Sembrano Wind Farm in Pilipia, Rizal. Yan, ito yung Bangi Wind Turbine. Sabi nila it's Bangi Windmill, but the appropriate term is Bangi Wind Turbine because yung windmill is traditionally ginagamit kasi yung wind energy for milling of crops. Kaya windmill gilingan siya dati, kaya windmill. Ginagamit siya pang giling. But then this is for electric generation, it is called turbine. And then here in Cavite, maganda din source of wind energy. Maganda din maganda din yung wind energy as source of electricity, particularly in Tagaytay. Kasama yung Tagaytay sa top places kung saan mahangin. Okay, hydropower energy naman, you use the water from the reservoir to run the turbine. And ang hydropower potential in the Philippines is mataas. Actually, 10% ng electricity natin ay napoproduce from hydropower plants. Ayan, marami din mga hydro plants sa Pilipinas. Ito yung top 3, Kalayaan, Pump Storage Hydroelectric Power Plant sa Laguna, Magat sa Isabela, at San Roque sa Pangasinan. Ayan, example ng dam sa Pantabangan. And then, ito yung sa Pantabangan sa Nueva Ecija. And ito yung kanyang power plant facility. Sa ocean energy, maraming available ocean energy sources in the ocean. Different forms of energy can be tidal, wave, ocean current, ocean thermal, osmotic, and salt water energy. Okay, ito yung tidal energy. Ito yung diagram sa tayo paano nakaka-harvest ng energy from the tide. Pag high tide, ayan, ito yung okay, as you can see in the arrow. Okay, ito yung meron tayong malaking basin kung saan binubuksan yung basin kapag nag-high tide. And then kapag high tide, ay nakita natin tataas yung water level, mataas din dito sa kabila. And then naantay na mag-low tide. Pag bago mag-low tide, kailangan na isara na itong sluice gates. And then pag low tide na, papakawalan yung tubig dito sa tidal basin to generate electricity. It is the same with hydro power plant. Next naman is, ito yung illustration lang ng wave energy turbines. It's like wind turbines, pero yung nagpo-propel ng kanyang turbine ay wave. Sa ocean current naman, the same din lang sa wave energy turbines, kaya lang mas malalaki siya. At the same time, merong specific area sa earth or sa ocean natin kung saan matataas yung current, doon sila nag-i-install lang turbines. Sa ocean thermal naman, gumagamit tayo same with steam turbines. Instead of water, gumagamit dyan ng ammonia as source of yung fluid niya. Sa katulad sa refrigeration cycle, same din lang. May condenser. Tapos, pinapump siya to vaporize, and then mag-create dito ng pressure pag nag-vaporize due to temperature difference to run the turbine. And then, ang ginagamit nila yung tubig, nagpapump sila ng tubig in deep ocean water kasi mataas ang temperature mababa ang temperature sa dagat sa ilalim. Ayan, 5 degrees, around 5 degrees. Tapos, kapag nasa ibabaw naman is around na more than 30 degrees. More than 25 to 30, na ganun. Depende sa. Okay, osmotic pressure energy diagram. Ito naman yung osmotic pressure. Gumagamit sila ng process called osmosis. Ang osmosis kasi yung meron ditong fresh and salt water. Ang movement ng tubig is from fresh water to salt water. From lower concentration of salt to higher concentration of salt. And then, ang tendency, may dalawang chamber dyan. Isa puno ng fresh water. May salt water. Ito, salt water. Ito pala, salt water and fresh water. Tapos, meron permeable membrane sa gitna kung saan papasok yung fresh water sa kabila, pero hindi siya makakabalik. Ang mangyayari, papasok yung fresh water to create pressure, and then it will run the turbine. Okay, mataas din ang potential ng ocean energy. Actually, marami na mga ongoing projects sa Pilipinas, mga proposed project funded by foreign companies. Ang first project that will go into my operation yung sa thermal conversion sa Zambales. And then dito sa eastern part of the Philippines, marami din mga wave energy power plants na itatayo, mga proposed projects. Yan naman is hydrogen fuel energy. Hydrogen energy or fuel cells. Ito yung eco-friendly siya dahil ang waste niya lang ay water when burned with oxygen. At ginagamit siya for fuel cells and internal combustion engines. And ginagamit siya sa cars, even buses, trucks, and tractors. Okay, yun lang fuel cell, hindi pa ganun kaano sa Pilipinas. Pero sa ibang bansa, gamit na gamit yung hydrogen fuel. Yan, it is produced from oxidation of methane, gamit ang fossil fuel, or by electrolysis of water. Mas common pa rin yung oxidation of methane ngayon. Hindi pa ganun ka-sustainable yung electrolysis of water. Okay, ito yung diagram niya kung saan yung hydrogen papasok dito, dadaan siya sa catalyst, kung saan yung hydrogen ma-extract niya yung negative particles to produce electricity. And then since wala na tong negative particles, magbaband siya sa oxygen to produce water. Yan yung fuel cells. Sa nuclear energy naman, gumagamit tayo ng nuclear elements, yung uranium, yung mga para makapag-produce ng energy. Kapag ni-split pag ni-split yung atom through nuclear fission, mag-release siya ng heat energy para ma-heat niya yung water to produce steam, and then the steam will generate electricity through turbines. Ito yung sample of a large nuclear power plant. And then this is the power plant in the Philippines that is not in operation, yung Bataan power plant, nuclear power plant. Ayun, sayang din siya due to some issues, hindi siya nag-ooperate ngayon. And then, yun lamang for the topic. Thanks and have a nice day.